Ladies and gentlemen, today is Sunday, January 11th. It's after 12 a.m., after midnight. Welcome to the lab. Today, myself and the technician, Wartech, LARENZ, we're going to be discussing some nice stuff. Ain't that right, Wartech?
Oh, yeah, we are definitely cooking up some stuff in the lab right now. One of the interesting topics is a new toy that just came out, new line actually from Nerf Elite, I believe. Well, Nerf Combat Creatures. They're coming out with a new line, and one of their first line, it's called the Nerf Drone. Now, yeah, it's a very good looking piece. But a couple of my arguments that I have with that is that it makes a lot of noise, and if you want to use that for a battle, obviously the enemy would actually hear you before he actually sees you, And yeah, it's one of those type of things. And then the item is so small that if somebody really wanted to really be mean during a gameplay, they could actually kick it or step on it. And the legs itself are very flimsy. It's like a hollow type plastic as far as when it comes down to the feet part, as far as to the leg part of the actual device itself. It has a 360 rotation. It shoots darts. It's a 12-shot dart. And it's one of those, I believe it says it shoots like 45 feet. Through a couple of reviews that I've seen, they've said that it shoots a little bit less than that. To be honest with you, I've heard a couple of bad reviews about that. A lot of people saying that if you want to purchase the Nerf drone, it's really a kid-friendly type of toy. It's not really for the big kids that we're normally used to seeing as far as purchasing the Nerf blasters and assortments of other items that's brought to you by Nerf. But yeah, they basically said that as far as for the older kids, yeah, they wouldn't recommend that because they wouldn't really find it too fun. I mean, like I said, you can't use it for a battle because it's really, really loud and stuff. I don't know what's your opinion, Mr. Martini.
Well, you know how Rudy Martini rolls. It's either Nerf or nothing. so Wartech, I saw the same thing you're talking about. And I said to myself, you know what would I do with a drone that's going to make a whole lot of noise? That's not going to be my combat buddy, I can tell you that right now.
Right.
I think I'll have a better chance of an 8-year-old being my combat buddy before I have this drone there.
Right.
But nonetheless, it is an interesting item. And and not throwing it under the bus, but you know what? You and I had a conversation a few days ago, and you came up with a very great idea on alternative ways on how to use a combat droid. The combat creature, rather. And, if you be so kind, you tell the public there what was your idea. What's the alternative?
Well, I was thinking, which apparently, eventually, real soon, we're going to actually put that together because I would love to see it in real life. But I was thinking that you would get 2 drones and put them to compete against each other in I would say set them up on opposite sides of a table and set up like a point system. And you could try to hit the dart within your opposite side opponent net or something like that. You would set up a net on both sides, and one would be like a 50 point, the other one would be 100 points. And then you would have to try to get to the opposite side and land most of your darts in obviously the bigger net, which is the most points, which would be the 100 points. And then you would have a 50 point. And then at the end of the game, it would be like a 2-minute time limit per game. At the end of the game, we'll tally up and find out who has the most points, and that would be the winner. So it'd be more like a competition thing, almost a capture the flag, but not really. You would have to. This game would pretty much have to be custom made. I actually see it in my head, and eventually down the line we're going to bring it to the public. I know the description. I know certain people have an idea of what I'm saying, but nothing beats actually seeing it. And once we put it together at the lab, we'll love to bring it to the public and test it out on everybody, and love to hear what everybody would have to think about it.
Wow, nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah.
So for those who are not so familiar with the combat creatures, Terra drones, Terra, meaning terrain drones, it's an RC or radio control item, and it shoots up to 12 elite darts, as you mentioned. It has a nice rotating barrel turret on the top of it. It does look very cool at first sight. This thing is beautiful. One of the creatures come in a white with orange sequence on it, and that goes in, it goes in collaboration with what they're doing now with Nerf, with their guns. They come out with one gun with an orange stripe, and
right.
It could be very good. So you have like a elite white versus elite blue drone, and they do look very nice. And I'm very sure with the idea in the game that you have, that will work very well.
One of the ideas that one of the guys who was doing the reviews on the drone was saying, and it was pretty interesting. He was commenting, and he said that he believes it's funny how they made the head detachable, and you're able to take the barrel part off. Not just the barrel, but the actual, I forgot what they call it again, the actual top piece itself. And it looks like with the blasters, you see how you could make the clips and everything else interchangeable with different guns. I know you yourself, you showed me different type of guns that you've made using parts from other guns and stuff like that. And they're saying that, well, he was actually saying that it would be kind of cool and interesting if that's what they're prepping for in the future, as far as you'll be able to build your own drone. They'll be selling different accessories, and then you could actually switch it other than the ones that it actually comes with, as far as packaged up. Yeah, that was one of the things.
Yeah, I do see that review. And it is very interesting as to what the possibilities are. When you talk about different combinations you could use with your Nerf guns, such as maybe changing the barrel and snapping it on somewhere else.
Right.
A lot of the Nerf guns come with a tactical rail where you could add additional pieces and accessories. Right. And even stocks. My favorite part is the stock of the guns, and it gets so much more cooler. And can you imagine just one day Nerf trying this out right now? What will we really be in for 2015 towards the end and the beginning of 2016 when they figure out something else and how to even, accommodate two weapons so they can be combined? That would be really, really cool.
Oh, wow, that's true. That is true. I mean, you have a lot of the guys, and when